Hi, everybody. Jeannie here with Bakers Unify, and today I'm going to make some lotion sticks. I have 3 different scents that I'm going to make, and I thought I'd bring you along with me to kind of show you how to make them. Again, I want to check to make sure that I can hear me because, yeah, I can hear me. Oops, it's working. I always have an issue with I don't know, with my lives. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna make lotion sticks today, and I have a show, vendor market this weekend, craft show, I guess you could say. I have another business called Moonlit Spa Creations, and I have bath and body products that I make and sell. So I am out of lotion sticks, and of course, me being last minute, I ordered things last minute, and I actually don't have enough tubes for the lotion sticks. I got 30 off of Amazon. I need 3 different scents. So I'm just going to make 10 of each, which should be fine for the show. And then I'll have to order some more. But I was kind of shocked about prices. Everything went up when I was ordering the other day. And a little bit of a sticker shock going on. So anyway, I'm going to get started. The scents I'm making are Calm, which is my lavender and rosemary blend. The Beach, which is coconut, and Rejuvenate, which is grapefruit scented. So I will go ahead and I'm going to measure everything out first, and then so I kind of batch it, and then I will melt things separately, obviously, and then pour. So put some gloves on. I hope you can see. I think you can pretty much see the whole desk, what you need to see. So if you have any questions while I'm going along, just pop them in the comments. Be happy to answer. All right, so the first one I'm going to make is going to be the Calm, which is lavender and rosemary. So I will measure out the ingredients first. Get those melting. So these are smaller batches than what I normally make. But like I said, I want to make sure I have enough tubes for each batch I want to make. So we need beeswax. See, I put too much in. I'm not used to making such small batches. So it's kind of have a lighter hand with my pores. Okay. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do 3 of them at a time. I need cocoa butter. I'm actually gonna measure that in here. I need cocoa butter, 0.25. I know it's gonna be just gonna be too much. Actually, I have a bunch of flakes in here. I think I'll use those first instead of big chunks. The cocoa butter makes the lotion stick a little bit hard, so it's not so liquidy. So cocoa butter. Put that in this one. And the reason I have to do them in separate batches is because there's separate scents. So each one of these is going to get a different scent. Okay. That's it for the cocoa butter. And then put that in this one. I do prefer to put things away as I use them so I clear off my space and I don't get distracted or try to remember if I used an ingredient or not. All right, so next I need shea butter, which I just got this, but I'm pretty sure I'm totally out. Shea butter's gotten really expensive. So I'm gonna have to find an alternative. I got this on Amazon. And because I was comparing prices. So this is $30 for 32 ounces. So I'm gonna have to figure out my pricing again, make sure that I'm making money. All right, so 1.5. Be as exact as you can, because otherwise the consistency is not going to be what you're looking for. Might be too hard or too soft. Way. All right, those are ready. Oops. Move my hands real quick. All right. I do need to get sticky notes so that I can remember what is what as they're cooling. I'm sure I can remember by smell, but um, it's so easier if I can just have a quick note of what is what. So we got Calm, the Beach, and Rejuvenate. These are my 3 most popular scents. All right. So next, I am going to measure up the oils, the essential oils. So first I will do Calm, which is lavender and rosemary. So get some paper towel because I always tend to spill. I'll do the lavender first. There we go. Get on the nose. Rosemary. And quick hair. Set those aside. And I usually use spoons to stir, but little plastic spoons because then I just throw them out. But they were upstairs and I didn't have time to run up and get them. All right, so the next is we'll do coconut. And for this, there's obviously no essential oil for coconut, so I use a fragrance oil. This one's called Coconut Cream. It's already spilling. Messy, messy. Oh, the plastic and the cap came loose. The little seal. All right, good to know. I smell like the beach down here now. It's nice since it snowed this morning. Lots of fun. All right, so this one, well, that's kind of weird. Why would I do that? If I did 0.8 and 0.8, I don't know. I think I put the wrong. One ounce. I think I amount I wanted to use. So that's the beach. So I'll stick that there. That one's Calm. And then Rejuvenate will be over here. And Rejuvenate is grapefruit. All right. Pear. Okay, there we go. So that's Rejuvenate. And I'm done with my scale. I think. Yes. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to melt it. And I just melt it in the microwave. You can use a double boiler if you want. Um, and I need to get, I can use a spoon to stir. But then I need separate spoons for each one. So I like to put my spoons in things, which I could use these. I'll put them in these little things that I have the essential oils in. And while I'm waiting on that, going to, hi Mary, hi Katie, thanks for joining. I'm just going to take the um, I'm gonna take the lids off of these. Wait for that to warm up. Like I was saying, there was kind of sticker shock the other day when I was ordering supplies. I got these off of Amazon because it was the cheapest place to get them. Even the bulk place, I usually use it's called SKS. Besides the fact they were out of like every container we needed, they were like double the price of these. So it paid me shop around. Plus, I got this in a bag and free shipping. I'd like to order from SKS, like one stop shop would be the best. Essential oil prices. Holy cow, rosemary? I think I paid $50 for 16 ounces. So, like I said, I gotta recalculate my prices, make sure I'm charging enough so I can make some money, right? So it's getting there. I'm actually gonna keep that out because it's pretty much melted. It'll continue to melt while it sits there. And I should probably do one at a time though, because it's gonna solidify. Right? I'll just let that go. Now that I think about it. All right. So it's done. We have these in alphabetical order, so they're easier to find. A little tricky to get the big ones in. And you are there. Right. On this. So the lids can wait because once I pour them in the tubes, I got to make sure that it's cold before I put the lid on. All right, so this one's calm. I'm going to go ahead and pour the essential oils in. Stir that in a little bit. All right, and then, like I said, I think I can do 10 of each. Is my goal. Short orders, small batches today. So, let's see if I can line this up so you can see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10. All right, give it another good stir. And pour away. This is the tricky part. I'm sure there's probably an easier way to do this. I don't know. But this is how it's done it. I've used like what do you call them? Pipettes? What do you call them? But it cools off inside of it too much, and so I can't get anything out, right? So it starts to solidify, and it's a mess. It's like a jellied mess. So I just pour from here. Try to keep a steady hand. If I drip, I just wait for it to dry and then I wipe it down. Sometimes I hold my breath when I pour. For some reason, I think that gives me a steadier hand. Right. Yeah, I don't know why I really didn't order more containers. I guess I was just trying to figure out how to get through my show on Saturday. So I'll have to order some more and make larger batches. Not like I saved any money. Um, it's all gonna be the same price. I didn't get any kind of a bulk discount. All right, so I will let these settle. I have a little bit left, which I can top these off when they dry, start to solidify. And there's gonna be like a little gap at the top, if that makes sense. So I can top it off with the rest of that. All right, so this is calm. It's done. Try not to tip them over. That would be disastrous. It's happened. It almost just happened. All right. Next on the agenda is coconut. So I'll put that one there and this one. So I need a new spoon. This is the calm spoon, which I'll need again. So put that there. Let's scoop this over here. Keep things organized. All right, so this is the coconut. Or the beach, as I call it. Get my tubes ready. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and check. Oh. Would you like to give it a quick smell? Make sure that the scent is heavy enough. Well, if it's too heavy, I kind of can't go back. I'm actually going to put that back in for a minute because when it happens, it starts to solidify once you add the fragrance oil or essential oil. Give it a little 10, 15-second zap. That should work. That's coconut. Put this one back in. Stir that up again. And here we go. Steady hand, hold your breath. It's very bright in here. Sorry about that. I have a shop light above my table. So I can see. Oopsie. And spilled. Ah. So quiet. Trying to focus here. Ah, drip. Or it even started pouring. In there. Let's move these over here. What are you using as the base oil? Um, shea butter. Sorry, I'm trying to play cocoa butter, beeswax, and shea butter. So it's don't necessarily have a liquid oil like a jojoba. If I was making lip balm, I would use a jojoba. But this is, I want something a little bit more solid. So this, I guess shea would be the most, well, then the essential oils kind of thin it out a little bit. So this has no scent in it yet. So I can put my spoon in here. I'm always paranoid of mixing. So get these ready. Oh, look at, why do I have so many left? What am I thinking? I don't know. I thought I got 30. What should we? I got 60. Oh my God, I can't be married. All right. I'm a dingbat. That. Like, why do I have so many? Because I ordered 60, not 30. They come in batches of 30. Oh well, that's all right. I'm just gonna make these for now and then I can make other batches later. Oops, we should be done. All right. But I know I got the recipe correct because I only wanted to make 10. Because I took it off a recipe that I could make 20 each, which is what I originally should have just done. It's okay. And then this one is rejuvenate, which is the grapefruit. This one is very popular. And I just boobied all over the handle. So let's pour these. It's orange because the essential oil is orangey looking. I am putting together a video about getting ready for a show and kind of tips on what to do. So that should be out. What's today? Thursday? Almost done editing, and then I gotta do some voiceover and put some B-roll in. So maybe I'll get it out for Saturday. I can't promise. My show's Saturday, so I know tomorrow I'll be busy with my day job and then getting things ready to go on Saturday because I don't even know what time I have to be there. I'm gonna say 7:30. My last show was an hour and a half away, and I procrastinate. I set everything up. I do like to do a preset, at least beginning of the season, so I know how everything looks, how I can set it up. I take a picture, and I did that. And when I did that, it was probably 2 days before the show. Um, I just realized I didn't have enough inventory. So you'll see it in the video. I just spent so much time hustling to get, I had to do lip balm. I think I did 2 different body butters. And I also have tallow face cream, which I really like. So it's tallow and has frankincense and what is scents? Shoot. What else did I put in there? No frankincense is in there for sure. I thought I put one other ingredient in there. Have any down here? Do I? No, I don't. I think it's just frankincense because that seems to be the popular scent on TikTok. So, do you render your own tallow? I do not. I do not have time for that. All right. So, calm is solidified for the most part, as you can see. Not very liquidy anymore. I'm going to take the ones that need to be topped off and see if I have enough here to top them off, but I'm going to have to reheat that. But even, how do you render tallow? Don't you just do you just boil it and then skim the tallow off the top? That's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't know if they do with glycerin. Like when they take the glycerin out of things, like out of soap. Because I think glycerin is a natural byproduct of soap. And a lot of the soap companies take it out, skim it off, and resell it, just as glycerin for some silly reason. Which glycerin, you need to keep it in the soap because it's good. Good for you. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I gotta separate it from these because these are the beach. Oops, that should be forgetting about it. All right, so I'm just going to top some of these off, hopefully without spilling it all over the place. To give the customer a full bar or a full stick once it settles down a little bit. This is where the overflow issue happens. Ooh. Because it just wants to pour so fast. Try these two. See, I can try these two, which I think are fine. Or I could do a new one, which I think I'll do a new one. Since I have the extra jars now, or the extra lotion sticks. All right, so I know that won't be enough for another one. So I will go ahead and pop a couple of these off. And these are so fun. Everybody loves these. They're so easy to put in your pocket or your purse. You can use it as a perfume, because they're scented, obviously. Can use it as lip balm in a pinch. Okay, those are done. And let me warm up coconut and top those off. Harry, Kirsty gets the beef fat from work for free. Oh, nice. Chop up the fat, then put it in a crock pot on low with some water. Then, as it melts, put in a jar. Interesting. Does it smell like beef, though? I did get the unscented. It's like unscented deodorized or something. I have no idea how they do that, but I didn't think people wanted to walk around smelling like beef. They might have the neighborhood dogs chasing them around. Ooh, okay. All right. What do you do with the tallow, Mary? Do you cook with it, or right? It's like a cooking oil, is right? Like vegetable oil. I think it's supposed to be better for you. It's definitely the hot topic nowadays. It's kind of funny how things like the suppliers are like, "Hey, we have tallow now. We listened. You asked, and we got it." It's like, okay. It's like, who starts these trends? All right. I don't think I'll have enough for one more with this one. Are you coming down? There you go. All right. No, definitely won't have enough. I'm saving the beef tallow for soap. Oh yeah, there you go. I cook with the pork tallow. Yeah, pork is lard, right? I got lard. I got lard to make soap, and I've never used it. It's supposed to make a really good lather. Again, trying to look for less expensive alternatives because of ingredient prices going up. All right, so that's the coconut. And a little bit right for that. Heat up. Excuse my face. When I make soup, I use whatever I have on hand. Kenzie and I made um, potato leek soup. I did potato bacon leek soup when she was home. When was she home? St. Patrick's weekend. It was so good. Oh my gosh. Was it St. Patrick's weekend? I think so. Yeah. That's the last time she was home. Yeah, it was so good. So I sent her home with, of course, with leftovers since it was her idea and she did most of the cooking of it. I cooked the bacon and figured out how to cut a leek. Yeah, actually it was because I think it was a Sunday night we made it because we had a leek left over from our Bill made Kalkani, I always say it wrong, potatoes for St. Patrick's Day. So we had one leek left, and then to make the leek and potato soup, you needed a couple of them. And we were at BJ's, which is like a Costco. And they didn't have it, which I didn't think they would, because Bill ended up having to go to a specialty store to find the leak. Anyway, so we just threw one in, but it was good. It was really good. Yeah, nothing like soup and a nice homemade bread. We picked up some fresh rolls. Next time I think about it, I'll make some fresh bread to go with it. All right, so these have to cool. And then I'll put the caps on. I'll put them in separate bowls so that I know how to label them. So I'm gonna have to grab a couple of bowls. But yeah, I have to label them. So clean them up, put the caps on, and label them. But I am gonna make, because I'm an idiot and I don't know how to count. I am going to make 3 more batches, but you don't have to stick around for that. Let me just clean this up. So, yeah, make sure you check out my other videos. I made a mini greenhouse out of a dog crate. That's my latest video. Because I was looking at these dog crates. Aldi had one. It was kind of, it's kind of small. I don't know. It had the green, like, film on it. I didn't know if that would let any light in. But ended up just getting some not really clear plastic. It was a little bit of a heavier plastic from Lowe's. And I covered a dog crate that we had that the dog doesn't use anymore because he's a good puppy and he doesn't get in messes when we're gone. But anyway, so check that out. That's my latest video. And like I said, I'll have one coming out about the show that I did and kind of the setup for that. And then I'll keep you posted on how the show goes this weekend, this Saturday. I'm trying to do at least a show a month, craft show a month, or farmer's market. We'll see when we get into the summer more how many I'll do. I don't want to burn myself out, which is easy enough to do when, start of the season, the market season or whatever, you get ambitious and you sign up for everything and then you start to burn out. I don't mind being there. It's just the setup that, the physicality of it, setting it up, setting your table up, dragging your stuff in and out, which actually, so this is funny. What happened when I was, you're thinking of doing about flea markets. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. So even though I only got like 4 hours of sleep the other show because I procrastinated and everything, but because I had my setup, my pre-setup, I was late. I wasn't late getting there. I wasn't late for the show, but I wanted to get there. I don't know. You had to be set up by, I think you had to be set up by 8:30. So I think it started at 9. Anyway, so I think you had to be there by 8:30. I got there at like 8. I got there at 8:30. You're supposed to be set up by 8:30. It started at 9 because there was a storm and it was horrendous. It was just, the rain was like going sideways and it was like hailing. It was really bad. And I had to drive an hour and a half. I'm like, I'm not going to go out in that. So I waited for a little while for it to let up. And so it was, it wasn't as bad when I was driving. So that was fine. I probably would have taken me the same amount of time because I would have had to pull over and it was really bad. Like I thought a tornado was coming through. Anyway, because I preset everything, set up prior to that and knew where everything had to go, I got set up in 15 minutes. That's including, well, it doesn't include bringing all my stuff in, which the school is huge. And luckily I had a dolly, which I got to remember, I got to get a new wheel for that dolly because it broke. But that's the physicality part of it. I'm saying is just dragging everything in and out because I did have to bring my own table and all that. But once I brought everything in, I set up in 15 minutes. So that was a bonus. And knocking everything down was very quick as well because, the more organized you are, the quicker things are going to go. So anyway, so yeah, if you don't mind checking out those videos, I would appreciate it. I really appreciate you being here. I will be here next Thursday at 6:30 Eastern time. Not sure what I'll be working on because that's kind of how I roll. I did know earlier this morning I would be doing this because I knew I had to get it done. And I said, hey, I'll bring you guys along and, hopefully you enjoyed your time with me. So, all right. Thank you for stopping by. I'm Jeannie with Makers Unify and have a DIY day. Bye-bye. Let me hit end stream. Bye.